Hi, I'm Tom. I'm in recovery.
And I'm Dwayne, and I'm in recovery. And this is,
Our recovery life.
I guess, first and foremost,
Thank you to everyone that tuned in last episode. We had great results. We had a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback. We're really happy with how things turned out. Thanks everybody
Yeah.
for everything. Tonight I think we're gonna talk about triggers.
yeah, how do you deal with them?
Yeah. What do you do? Like when you find yourself in a sticky situation, or how do you prevent yourself from getting there, or how do you get out if you're in?
I guess first and foremost, the whole thing, triggers are normal. Like, there's a lot of people that either early in recovery, they think triggers shouldn't be a thing. Like, why am I being triggered? And sometimes even the catch late in recovery, like, I shouldn't be triggered. Triggers are normal, totally, totally normal. Another thing is spiritual check-in. Where's my spiritual condition? Where am I sitting at right now? Someone from work asked me, hey, we're all going to happy hour, meet after work. I want to participate in those things. I don't want to not go to those things and miss out on life. That's why I'm in recovery in the first place. I want to be able to go and live and do those things. But, a checkup from the neck up. Where am I sitting at? Where's my spiritual condition? Am I in a bad place? If I'm in a bad place, maybe I should move forward along. And do I need a accountability partner? And is this good for me? And I think number 3 is play the tape out.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Play the tape out whenever what's going on there. What are some different scenarios that could happen? And if I start getting triggered, what's my escape route? For me, my escape route always is sponsor. Call my sponsor. Call someone that I'm accountable to, and just say, this is what I'm. Separate myself, and that's another thing. Separate myself. Number 1, you're getting that trigger. It feels heavy sometimes. Separate yourself. Talk to someone in recovery. Don't try to talk yourself through it. Stay in your head. That's a bad place to be. Just accountability partner. How do you deal with triggers?
I try and avoid them. I mean, they can't always be avoided, but you said play the tape through, which I do that a lot. I'm like, okay, so like wedding receptions. If I'm going to go to a wedding reception, before somebody's crazy uncle gets drunk and falls off a table or something.
Which happens every...
Oh, absolutely. Or the best man falls off a table.
Yeah,
I've been that guy a couple of times. But, we always leave before that happens. Go in, let the kids run around, do their dancing. Yep. When the drinking gets serious and the going out back gets serious, check please. We got to go.
It's time to go.
I was at a wedding reception where I was the best man after I got into recovery.
Okay.
And there was a lot of people in recovery at the wedding reception. There was a lot of people that weren't, but it was pretty safe. I felt I had a lot of people around me, and so we didn't leave early. I was the best man, but we did make sure that we were in a safe place. Otherwise, like you said, play the tape through. I don't go to like bars that I used to go to. I don't hang out with people that I used to hang out with unless they're in recovery. And I just don't do the things I did in recovery, or that I did when I was in active addiction in recovery. Because
Gotcha.
If you change, you got to change everything. Otherwise, you're just asking to be triggered. At some point, you have to be accountable for putting yourself in those positions.
I agree.
So that's how I do it.
So what I'm hearing is people, places, and things.
People, places, and things, definitely. Got to change those. And it's hard.
Oh.
There's some people that, we were best buds back in the day. We had each other's back. But, if you want to move on, be there, though.
Yeah.
I have a friend, a really good friend. I'll be there when he decides to turn it around. Actually, I have more than one. But I can't be a part of that because I can't. I have to be on one side or the other.
Yeah.
I'm not a good fence sitter.
Yeah, I don't do well
And
on
I
the
don't
fence.
I don't usually fall to the good side when I'm on it. So, yeah. So you have any stories like where you got yourself stuck into something, or you know?
Yeah, with the holidays, just recently the holidays, a family get together, had to go. It's not something, there's been times before early recovery that I stayed away from some of those things, but family getting together for the holidays, we're going to be there a couple days. There's people that drink and partake in other things, and we just decided that it was time to go. Number one, I was with someone in recovery, but number two, we were there, and you walk into the garage and everyone's kind of doing their thing, and what do you do? Do you just not go? We decided to go, and it got pretty hairy a couple times where started thinking about all the fun they were having, and kind of,
Right.
man, it would be cool to be out there, but take your mind off something. Play a card game, do something, go out for a walk, just kind of separate myself from that situation, talk with another person in recovery. That was a big thing. And then first and foremost, play the tape out.
That is
If
a
I
big
go
one.
out there and partake, if we go out there and partake, what are the repercussions? What does tomorrow look like?
Right.
What's our kids going to look like when they run in the garage and see, they know that I'm going to be different, so play that tape out. What does tomorrow look like? And sometimes whenever I get my head out of right here now, the fun, like the urge, what does that look like tomorrow? Because we always remember the tomorrows.
Oh, yeah.
That's, the waking up, the hangover, like all of that stuff. So yeah, how about yourself? What are some things that sometimes that you really got triggered, and what did you do to get yourself out of the situation?
The worst one. Actually, I just wanted to comment about the seeing the fun. I every once in a while, not as much anymore, but early recovery, when I would drive by the college, and I don't know what it was about them outside drinking and playing beanbags, but I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But now it's like I don't want to do that anymore.
No.
And you know what? I can play beanbags without, getting messed up.
Get out of here.
You can. I've done it.
So take away that want, that like.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'll tell you, it was pretty strong in the beginning. The worst thing that ever happened to me, I had a buddy that I wasn't ready to, cut ties with. And he
People,
was like,
places, and things.
yeah, exactly. And he was like, oh, it's all good. That's good for you. I'm going to do my thing. Come over and visit. And we would.
I respect your recovery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I respect your recovery. We won't do anything while you're here. And
Oh, yeah.
And that worked 2 or 3 times. And my buddy lived down in the basement. And I think the 4th or 5th time, we went down there, and I was with somebody in recovery.
Okay.
And
So that part's smart.
yeah, no, always did that.
Okay.
From the get-go, because I trust myself, but I don't trust myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the minute you think you're in control, you're not.
No.
So we get down there, and normally they had everything cleaned up already. Oh yeah, sometimes when I was coming down the stairs, I could hear, Tom's coming. Yeah,
Put things
sure,
away."
Yeah. Everybody shuffling around. You open the door, and everybody's like, oh, well, hello, and open up the door, and there's a girl trying to play a video game with a baby in one hand, a bong in the other, and drugs everywhere, and looked up, hey, how's it going? No
Euphoric
attempt.
recall.
Yeah, like no sense of, there was no, whoop, Tom's here. It's like, hey, man, what's going on? And I froze. I was like, I didn't know what to do. And luckily the person that was with me, slight freeze, but grabbed me and said, we're out of here. Let's go.
Exit stage
Oh.
left.
Later in the car, like, what was that? Like, honestly, if I wouldn't have planned ahead and brought somebody with me, would have I walked back up those stairs? I don't know. And I don't want to find out. And the next time that something like that happens, I don't want to find out. That's why I make plans to not get into that situation. So, that's about it on that. If you like the episode, hit like, subscribe,
comment down below if you want any stories, any tips, any what you do. Please comment down below. And remember, your story or your comment or your tip could save someone's life.
Absolutely. And, we can learn from you just as much as you can learn from us. So,
subscribe, like, and remember, fight the good fight.
Keep it clean.